Hi, Baby John. I just took a walk around the block. I'm right by the school. Where are you? You parked in here or you're not here yet? All right. I just want to know what day it is. Okie dokie. Hi, Baby John. Can you send me the pictures from your graduation? Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
There's a hallway, lights, and an open door. And her voice said, "You're coming for." What's the best I've come because it's just kill ourselves. Create no structure to medicate and function.
What's up, people? All right, everyone sit down. Nobody stood up. Fucking love it. That's the respect I deserve. I love it. Doesn't it suck getting an Amber Alert? You're on the bowl. You're just trying to scroll through Instagram and it's like, oh, somebody's kid's missing. Oh, God. Just gotta get rid of it. Sucks for us, but it's the worst day of that parent's life. Probably. Yeah. Just trying to get rid of it, like, oh, God, this kid, whatever. This kid's getting fucking driven across state lines, you know? The Amber Alert that we just got, my mom called me right after. She goes, hey, Baby John, did you get that? I'm like, the Amber Alert? She goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah. She goes, so did I. I said, everyone gets it. Everyone, the whole world. We all got it. She goes, even Aunt Dottie? I'm like, yeah, even Aunt Dottie. She gets it. She goes, but she has an older phone. Doesn't matter what kind of fucking phone she has. Aunt Dottie got the Amber Alert. I swear to God, she asked me if I was off that day. She goes, are you off? I'm like, yeah. She goes, let's go find it. I'm like, that's not... Fucking car's long gone. By the time that Amber Alert goes through, the feds, they didn't even fucking... That's 24 hours later. You can't report a kid missing until it's 24 hours. That kid could be long gone, you know? I'm gonna go find it. You're not. It's because I feel so bad for that kid. And most of the time, I'm like, yeah, that sucks that a kid got fucking taken. But not this time. Because the Amber Alert said, missing child coming out of Newark, New Jersey. Keep a lookout for a 2022 BMW. So I was like, that sounds like this kid's gonna have a better life. Yeah, he's leaving Newark in a luxury mobile? Let him go, let's see what happens. This kid's gonna fucking live it up. You know? I'm not looking for that fucking car. Now, if it said like Chrysler Sebring, we're in trouble. Does anybody drive one of those? I hope not. Yeah, I'm not looking for that fucking car. You want to know another reason why I'm not looking for the car? Because it was a license plate number. They had the exact details of the car, license plate number, and the guy's name that took the kid. It was the dad. It was a Friday, dude. If that dad's taking his kid on a Friday, willing to fuck up his weekend for that kid, he deserves that kid. I try to get rid of my kids on the weekends. This guy's like, I'll take him. But he has a problem, he probably murdered the mom right before, right? That's usually murder the mom, take the kid, you fucking on the run in your late model BMW, you know? That's my mom, she wanted to look for that shit. She's like, I'm gonna find it. I'm like, Mom, who let you out? She's like, your sister. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I swear to God, one time my sister called me and goes, hey, John, have you talked to Mommy? I'm like, no. She's like, she got out. I'm like, what, is she a dog? No, she's walking around the neighborhood. Yeah, I'm like, fuck, someone's fucked. Someone's gonna be caught in a conversation and look at pictures of me for 4 hours. Like, this is my son, this is Baby John, he does comedy, he does... You know, that's Carmela, that's her name. Yeah. She'll be so happy I did that for her. Yeah, it's my mom. Got some bad news. I have a close friend that just passed away recently, about a week ago. You know, had to go to the wake. Oh, that's fucking having to go to the wake and everything. I wore this, you know, this is for everything. This is it. This is it, by the way. 42 years, my favorite outfit. I go with this. This is it. Weddings, funerals, everything, baptisms. This is what you're gonna see me in. This is it. My wife's like, you want to wear a suit? I'm like, no, just get that shirt ready. She knows the shirt. This is the only shirt. I try on 4 other shirts. I go back to this one. I went to this wake. It was a dude I used to work with back in the day. A lot of the guys I worked with were like, oh, this is terrible that Mike died. I'm like, especially for me. They're like, why? I'm like, he owed me $450. You know, How will I ever retain that money? Impossible. He's dead. I thought about going to the wake and going up to the wife and saying, I don't know if you got Venmo, but might go me $450. You know? Yeah. Zelle, I don't give a fuck. If you have cash, I think you get. I even have proof. I have it on Venmo that I lent him $450. I never, you don't tell the truth. No one tells the truth on Venmo. Only black guys. Like a black guy will tell the truth on Venmo. A black guy will send his friend money and write exactly what the fuck it was for because he wants that shit back. A white guy, they try to make jokes. Every white guy just makes jokes when they send Venmo, right? Every time. I won't even send the Venmo until I think of something creative before I send it. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm like sitting there like, what hasn't been done before? What hasn't been said on Venmo? And then I'll look through everybody's Venmos and everything's fucking out in the open. I know what everybody bought that week. White guys disguise shit as other things. Like if we went out to lunch together, like I would write prostitutes and blow, because it's funny. You know what I mean? White guys try to be funny with Venmo. Coke and just banging your mom, shit like that. You're not fooling us at 4:33 a.m. though, when you're like, coffee. No, that's coke and prostitutes. We know what that is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should wait until 7 to send that shit. And some of them do get coke at 7. It's crazy. I follow someone's whole storyline. I watched them do coke the whole night. Yeah, it's like $40. Holy shit. So I went to this wake, and my mom was there at the wake. My mom never met this fucking guy, but she's 73 and she's Italian. My mom loves wakes. Yo, when someone dies, she calls me right away. I'm the first call. It's like, baby John, are you standing up right now? I'm like, what? Is this bad news? She goes, oh yeah, really bad. You mean, am I sitting down? She's like, yeah, I don't know which one it is, but what are you doing? I'm like, I'm at work. She's like, you sitting? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for the information. Uncle Dominic died. What a shame. The wake's gonna be 2 to 4, 7 to 9, Hanley Funeral Home. I'm going to both, and I'm gonna go to the funeral after. And I hope they have a good spread. I'm like, holy shit, Mom. She goes to every wake. She was at my friend's wake. She never met him. Yo, I walked in, she was greeting people by the casket. Yeah, they were like, I'm sorry. She's like, I am too. Great guy. Yo, my mom's favorite thing is just make fun of people the whole time. Like, really fucking pay attention to what everyone's doing at wakes. My mom loves wakes. Like, she'll sit in the back, and if I'm next to her, which I try not to be, because she introduces me to every person that I forgot about. Like, most of the people in my family that I'd see at wakes, I thought they were dead already. And I only see them at wakes. I'm like, look at Uncle Dio putzing around. Look at that. Yeah. Thought he was dead. That's why I'm so happy to see him. He's like, you're so happy to see me. I'm like, I thought I went to your wake too. I don't know. I haven't seen you. Meet a bunch of people I don't know. My mom, she's like, they did a good job, right? She always says that. They did a good job at the body. I'm like, they did a terrible job, Mom. This guy looks like he's in a wind tunnel. You know, he looks bad, Mom. She's like, oh, look at Joey, he's at the casket now. Oh my God, he was only there 13 seconds. That's not even enough for a Hail Mary. That's what my mother, yeah, she's judging how long you stay at the casket. How long do you stay at a casket? I'm just up there like, I don't know what to fucking do right now. I know my mom's watching. I gotta just do the 38 seconds, bro. Just gotta do it. I won't touch that body. My mom will touch the body. My mom will fucking rub the body. I loved him. We loved him. Like, Mom, God. The hair, they did the hair nice. She didn't have hair tonight. I'm like, Mom. John, they glue the hands, right? I'm like, I don't fucking know, Mom. I never get that deep into the body. Did you sign in? No, I don't need the postcard next month to remind me. You're gonna sign in, put your address, your current address. Like, I don't care about the postcard. Thanks for coming to the, all right. Last I'll ever see this guy, you know? My mom can't get enough of the prayer cards. She loves a prayer card. She loves a good prayer card. My mom will go to every wake in that funeral parlor that day. She'll come into the wake that she was supposed to go to with 6 prayer cards. She's like, I got almost all of them, baby John. I'm like, Jesus. Mom, do you know the other people? But these are nice words. I'm like, Jesus. She goes, John, get the prayer card. I'm like, Mom, I got one. It's in my back pocket. I'm probably going to wash it. Probably gonna wash it, and when I put these pants back on for a wedding, I'm probably gonna remember, oh, there it is, you know. That's what I do with them. Where else do they go? They go in the visor. They go, yeah, the day of the wake, you put it in the visor. So when it gets sunny, you're like, oh, there's Uncle Larry. All right, I forgot he died. You forget they died until the sun is in your eyes, and you're like, that's him, you know. It's like that was a sign, not a sign they're dead, Mom. They're dead. That is not a fucking sign. I started doing creative shit with my prayer cards. Yeah, because every prayer card is like in a drawer. Like I'll open the scissor drawer, there's 3 of my dead friends from heroin. I'm like, oh God, guys. Yeah. Like, oh, fuck. Just trying to get a pen. I gotta look at you again. That's when I go on my phone and I'm like, that motherfucker, I'm gonna delete all 17 numbers I had for him. You know, it's Joe 1, 2, 3, 2022, Joe's mom's phone, guy that Joe's renting from's phone. Like it's a big list of numbers from opium addicts. I got a fucking whole shitload of numbers from my friends and family who have done drugs. Yo, this is my new number. It's not. It's your number today. It's not your number forever. No. It's not even your phone. This is a landline phone. You were staying at someone's house. Yeah, I know. Just don't do drugs, kids. Yeah. You can't. So I started doing something creative with the prayer cards. I put them in places that remind me of them. So my Uncle Larry was a painter. I put his prayer card in my painting cabinet. Now every time I go to paint, I open it. There's Uncle Larry. He's like, don't use tape. I'm like, I'm not. I'm a good painter. I would never use tape. My high school coach, he passed away. His prayer card is in my softball bag. I open my softball bag. I'm like, oh, shit, coach, there he is. And he's like, you're not starting today. I'm like, fuck you, I'm not. I run this team. Yeah, joke's on you, bitch. I run this team. I'm batting fourth. Yeah, I'm really good. You know, that's what I do. Here's something funny about my old high school coach. He used to fuck with me a lot. Wasn't very good in high school. What he would do, I'd be on the bench, and I was a relief pitcher, and he would get me up. He's like, Kursh, get in the bullpen. Joey's having trouble. I'm like, all right. He's like, yeah, get in the bullpen. Warm up, Steve. I'm like, fuck you. You know, yeah. Yo, I would be done hitting, and I would come. I'm a kid. This is a grown fucking man. I would strike out. I'd walk back to the bull dugout, and my coach would be like, Kursh, you know what you did there? I'm like, what's up? I'm a kid trying to learn. He goes, you're not good. You're just not good. You're just not good, like, at baseball. You're not good. And I've been using that ever since. I tell my son all the time, I'm like, at life, you're just, like, not good at it. You know, you just try better, harder. My dad did drugs. Crack, to be specific. He did. Yeah, my dad, he did. Could never find this shit on him, though. Ain't no cop find fucking crack on my dad. Every time he got arrested, he's like, they didn't find nothing, though, Bob. It's not even how he talks, but for now it is. I'm like, Dad, you got arrested? He's like, yeah, but they didn't find shit on me. Want to know why? You're not going to find crack on a crackhead. Because when a crackhead gets crack, he does the crack. There's no extra crack. There's no crackhead that's like, oh, shit, I got more. There's no more. It's got to fucking paint or work to get that crack. Blow somebody? I don't know. You can't. There's no crackhead buying crack from a dealer going, oh, wait, hold up, I need enough for the week. Just give me this. Never. Never. So that means my dad never even smoked. Never even did it. That's it. When my dad passed away, I put his prayer card with all my things. My drugs. I put it with my drugs, guys. I put it with my drugs. So it reminds me of him. I'm trying to be a better husband, trying to be a better dad. It's not easy. It's not easy. Like, I used to have to watch my kids all the time, but now I have the greatest situation at home. I have 2 kids. One is old enough to babysit. What a beautiful situation. Oh, I love it. Right now, I have my daughter watching my son. Here's the problem. My daughter is 9, and my son is almost 20 years old. So my son thinks he's babysitting, and my daughter's like, I got this fucking idiot, Dad. Don't worry. I got him. I know he can't have peanuts. I know. When is his nap? Yeah. So right now, I got my daughter watching my son. It's great. She just texted me. What time is his nap? I'm like, you gotta give him a bottle soon. Well, my son cannot be trusted in a house alone. He is the stupidest fuck I've ever met in my entire life. He's pushing 20, and what a dummy. He just started working out recently. And he's jogging. So he jogs to a certain location and then gets on his phone and calls someone to pick him up. So once in a while, I'll get a call. I'm like, what's up, bud? He's like, hey, can you come get me? I'm done jogging. I'm like, take a fucking Uber, stupid. Take an Uber. I go, make a circle, bro. That's how jogging works. I don't really jog that much. That's how jogging works. I go, make a circle. He goes, I would, but I like to do a mile, Dad. And I said, miles are not just straight. You could also make a circle and equal a mile, you know. He goes, I thought about that, but there's no exact miles in the neighborhood. I go, oh, no? He's like, yeah, too many cul-de-sacs. I get jammed up. I'm like, I'm sorry that I gave you a great life full of cul-de-sacs and in-ground pools, but figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah, do a mile. Yo, one time I put him in my car and I said, where do you usually jog to? And he told me where he jogs to. And I got in the car, reset my mileage, got to a half a mile, showed him. I go, see, we're at a half a mile. You can stop here and then go back. And he goes, yeah, thought of that too. But I like to do 1 mile. That would be like 2 or 3. I'm like, nope, it would equal a mile. That's what I'm trying to fucking show you, stupid. That's what I'm showing you. No, one morning I woke up and my stove was on. My stove in my kitchen. Oh, that's where stoves are. Huh? Right. I know my shit. Stoves in kitchens most of the time, unless you're cooking meth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then the stove is in your friend's kitchen, because you don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know, one time I woke up, the burner was on. Not just one, two. 2 burners are on. It's the morning. I call my wife right away. I can't wait to blame her. I go, babe, you left the stove on. She goes, that wasn't fucking me. I go, no? Did you make breakfast this morning? She goes, nope, that wasn't me. Why don't you ask your son? So I call my son. I'm like, yo, John, did you make breakfast this morning? He's like, nah, I got a bagel. All right, did you cook anything? Nah, I just got a bagel and then went to work. All right. 25 minutes later, my son called me and goes, oh, yo, Dad, you talk about the stove? It's on, huh? I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, that was me. I said, I thought you got a bagel. He goes, yeah, but I was waiting for my ride, and I was like fucking with those knobs. It must have stayed on. I'm like, wow. That's what I'm fucking dealing with, bro. That's what I'm dealing with in my house. That's the fucker that lives in my house. That's the man that comes into my bedroom while I'm trying to sleep and maybe fuck my wife. He's coming in. I want to pet the dog one last time. Fucking 30 times he comes in the room. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out. We went on vacation. We went to the Dominican Republic, a beautiful place. Any Dominicans in the room? Nope, I know that because no one disrupted the show. It's only a Dominican joke, it's fine. We went on vacation, and we love going on vacation. This is the first time we went on vacation with my son as an adult. And let me tell you, he fucked everybody on that resort. He did not hold back. He hooked up with almost every girl on that resort. Every day he had a different girl. I'm like, this kid is amazing. My wife's like, he better be safe. I'm like, shut up. Let the kid do his work. Yeah. And he would walk by the pool with the girl like this. And I'm like, yeah, dude. The next day he's walking by, he's like, hey, John. He called me John on vacation. I'm like, what's up, dude? He's like, meet me at the bar later? Whatever. I'm like, yeah, because you could drink over there at 18. Oh, he was doing it. Man, one after another. One he brought up right to the pool. He's like, Dad, look at this one. Hot, right? Right in front of him. And before I answered, I'm like, well, I don't think I should answer this. You know how old she is? He's like, no, I have no idea. I'm like, then I have no idea if she's hot. I can't tell you that answer. He's like, just like, I'm like, no, I can't. Her father is somewhere in here, you know? I won't forget this. one of the last day before we left, came up to the pool. What a smoke show. She was, and he's holding her hand. He's like, Dad, she's 18. I'm like, cool. She's from Colombia. And she's like, hola, primo. I'm like, I'm not your cousin. You know, I know Spanish enough. I'm not your cousin. I'm not your primo. I may be a poppy. I don't know. He's like, Dad, nice, right? Colombian. I'm like, yeah, nice. He goes, yeah. I brought him over to the side. I go, John, aren't you worried that the girl that you hooked up with the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before, aren't you worried that they're going to see? Because he's stupid. He's like, Dad, when I'm on vacation, I'm only fucking girls that are leaving the next day. I'm like, holy shit! Wow, this kid is a genius! When it comes to pussy, very smart, very smart. Can't turn the stove off, but when it comes to pussy, holy shit, kid is a fucking intellectual genius. I was like, wow, that's something I should have been practicing for 30 years. Holy shit, he blew my mind. And then she blew him in my room. Yeah, she did. She blew him in my room. I walked in the room, I'm like, John, your sister's gonna come in. Yeah. He's like, Dad, that Colombian. The next day, he's like, the Colombian? Daria. I'm like, all right. He's like, you ever fuck a girl from Africa? That's not. Is that what you think Colombia is, dude? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no, not even close. Not even close. You're like an equator away, like a globe away. You are not even close. Even if the map was flat, you'd have to go another page. You're not even close to where the proximity, but good for you. You did good. Congratulations. Let's go to the bar. And then yes, he's crazy. He's like, you trying to get you trying to like he's trying to hook me up on vacation. Dude, you trying to fuck up Dad? You trying to fuck on vacation? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck Mom. She's over there, not even in the pool, with the one piece, reading the Bible. Trying to fuck her. I'm trying to with her. You know, that's the one. I'm even in the room with her by ourselves, and I still. He's like, yeah, good luck. I haven't heard you fuck her, Dad, like 18 years. I'm like, no, I haven't. Also, you're always there. I can't fuck. Can't fuck. You can't fuck with kids. That guy said with, because you can't fuck kids also. You can't fuck kids. Guys, nobody fuck kids after this, all right? You heard me? Listen to me. I'm trying to be a better dad, so I got good knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying. My son, he still does this now, but when he was going through puberty, he would call me and my wife if we were out, just to check up on us. Yeah, he'd call, put him on speaker. We'd be driving out to like a restaurant. My son would be like, hey, Ma, Dad, I'm on speaker? Yeah, you're on speaker. You're always on speaker because we want to catch everything. He goes, what time you guys gonna be? You guys okay? Where you guys going? I'm like, why do you care? He goes, oh yeah, I'll make sure you're safe, whoever. I'm like bullshit. He's like, how long you think like till you get home? I'm like, why? I don't know, just making sure you're okay. I'm like, yeah, we're fine. I know why he's calling. We know why he's calling me, right? He wants to know how much time he has. So I'd always tell him, we could be home in like 10 minutes or 3 hours. Like I would give him a huge time frame. You know, just let him marinate. Let him marinate, you know? And what's great is I have the app on my phone where after he calls me, I can open and close the garage door whenever I want. Yeah, so he's like this, and I'm like, he's like, who's that? Somebody's... Dude, somebody came in. Nobody and so I'm teaching my son how to edge. And that's only a sentence you could sing on stage. Yeah. Now, if you don't know what edging is, it's when you start, and then you stop, and then you stop until you finally come. Yeah. Nice big load, too. All right. Yeah, I'm trying. I tried that shit on my son. My son has a job. Yeah, he sounds unhireable, but somebody hired him. Somebody hired my son. He was working for a dealership. He's since got fired, but he's collecting unemployment as a 19-year-old kid. Yeah, he's collecting unemployment. He goes, yo, Dad, you should quit your job. Do it because they'll pay you 6 months. I'm like, I have a career. You know, I have a career. And thanks to you, I might have a comedy career. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. If you weren't so stupid, he's like, that's why I do stupid things. It's not. Yeah, you're not. It's not why you do stupid things for my material, you dummy. I love the kid, though. I tried his shit on him. My daughter was at school. My son was working. Right. We don't know what time my son's going to come home. because we don't really know where the fuck he works. So I call my son, but I try to do it smarter. I was like, yo, dude, we're going to get pizza. I don't know what time you come home from work or nothing, but we're going to get pizza. My son goes, this was 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm trying to fuck. My son goes, I don't get home from work till 3. But if you're getting pizza, Dad, I could be there in 5 minutes. I'm like, no, pizza's a code word. Pizza's code. And then my wife's like, no, let him come. Let's have pizza. My wife don't want to fuck. She's like, no, let him come. Joe, we're getting pizza. We ordered it already. I'm like, this, Jesus Christ. Try to use his own tactics against him. That's what I tried to do. I'm trying to be a better husband, trying to be a better... Me and my wife, we're going to marriage counseling. A little marriage counseling, right? Yeah, all right. Therapist people in the house. I don't look like a guy that would agree to go to marriage counseling, right? I look abrasive. Like I try to get lotion in the mall, and the guy in the kiosk doesn't even look at me. Doesn't even look at me. And I want lotion, you know? I'm like, can I get lotion? Like, this lotion is not for someone like you. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck this guy. He's like, it's just not, you know? You know that guy in the mall with the lotion? Oh, he goes out to everybody. I'm like, I could just go to CVS and get that same lotion. It's not this kind, this is different. I'm like, it's not different. I'm like, let me just buy it. He goes, I told you, bring a girl, it's not for you. I'm like, what is this? Yeah, so I just go to the kiosk next to it and fix my phone. Well, I fix my phone, I'm like, fuck you, look, I'm using this guy. He's like, this is not even for you neither. You look like you have a flip phone. I'm like, yeah, that's just a French guy, I don't know. Yeah, we started going a little bit of counseling. I had counseling today at 6 o'clock, but I canceled it for this, you know, to be here early. I cancel counseling just about every time for comedy. My wife's like, that's why we need counseling. I'm like, why? She's like, you're stupid, you know. Started doing different shit that the counselor recommends. The counselor, she's cool. She's divorced twice, so I don't know how I would take any advice from her. But my wife picked her, so gotta go with it. Yeah. That's like going to a fat personal trainer, you know. It didn't work for you, it ain't gonna work for me, you know. She's got crazy suggestions though. Like one was, why don't you guys do something around the house? And I'm like, all right, what should we do? She's like, I don't know, why don't you re-side the house and redo the bathroom? I'm like, my wife's been asking me to do that for 13 years. Is she texting you before the sessions? She's like, mm-mm. I'm like, uh-huh, yeah. Very specific, that was very specific. So we started redoing the house. It's coming out great. But I feel like I'm redoing my house like for another dude that's gonna move in soon. Yeah. Cause they ain't taking none of my ideas. I'm like, let's do Pacific Blue. He's like, no, Mr. John, green, she said. I'm like, all right. Redoing the bathroom, redoing the siding, it's coming out good. Another thing that the counselor says, she goes, you guys gotta get a puppy. Get a puppy for the house. I go, did she text you that too? She goes, mm-mm. I'm like, we can't get a puppy. My daughter's allergic to dogs. Blocked you. The therapist goes, you can get a hypoallergenic dog. I'm like, oh, she got to you, didn't she? She goes, how about a Woodle? I'm like, oh, that's the exact dog my wife wants. So we got it. My wife flew to Missouri to get it. $4,000 flight. This dog comes back and fucking hates me. This dog... Bro, follows my wife around and looks at me. He's like, it's me now. She just follows my wife around the house. The dog lays on my wife's head in the bed, and if I try to make eye contact with her, she goes, no, nope. She's like, I'm keeping it to myself. Yeah, I go, come here, Missouri. She jumps off the bed. She flies through the house. Anything to get away from me. Yeah. If we got a regular dog, my daughter would have to get allergy shots, so that's why they blocked me there. 3 allergy shots a month that my daughter had to get if we had a regular dog. We get this dog home, it's allergic to fucking everything. Yeah, so the problem we just alluded, we're back in the shit. Yep. The veterinarian's like, yeah, the dog will be fine. It just needs some allergy shots every month. I'm like, shit! You could have just give the Puerto Rican allergy shots. I can tell you what's gonna happen when I get home after this. I'm gonna walk through the door, and my wife's gonna go, she's coming down, and I have one job, it's to take that dog out the shit. That's my main priority. When you take a dog out, that's what it's gotta do. Shit. And here's how my dog shits. We start the walk, it's going great. We get down the driveway, and here's my dog. This is exactly what she does. She walks. She does the little turn like she's gonna shit. She scooches down, she looks up at me and she goes, no, not yet, bitch. I'm gonna walk you around the whole entire neighborhood. Here? No, not yet. Nope. Nope. Oh, look, another dog. You know, that's what she does. If I walk her during the day, I get the people, like in my neighborhood, they go to pet her. I'm like, this dog's got a shit. Don't talk to her. Don't talk. It's my main job is to make sure the dog shits. Every time I get back in my house, she's like, did she go? And I'm like, yeah, she went. You sure? Yeah, big shit. Big, huge shit, 2 bags, a 2-bagger. It was 2-bagger. I went once, and then she went again. She just kept on shitting. She's not gonna have to shit for, I don't think, a week. And she's, wow, she shits so good with me. My wife's like, yeah. So if I go outside and check the garbage, I'm gonna find 2 major piles of shit bags. And I'm like, in my head, I go, there's no way she's going outside. And I go, yes, you will. She goes, go get them. I'm like, fuck. Oh, shit. I'm in trouble. So I go down. And I'm like, there better be shit bags in here. I open the lid and I'm like, ooh, jackpot. I could pick any one of these. Look at these. Wow, so many different types of poops. Yeah. And I grab it. And I'm like, oh, this is cold. Oh, man, this is cold shit. She's gonna know. I'll fucking warm this up. In my boxer shorts, no shirt on, just. And I'm like, oh, that's the right temperature. And I bring it up to her, and she takes it. And I'm like, nice, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, it's warm, it's so warm. She's like, it actually is warm. But this is from yesterday. I go, how would you know that? It's definitely not. That's the one that she just did. She goes, it's from yesterday. It's in a green bag. I used the last green bag yesterday. And the leash still has the 3 bags that I had tied on there. You're a fucking liar, and you'll always be one. I'm like, all right, you got me. You got me. She got me. She got me, my wife. My daughter does karate. She quit. But she did karate. She loved it. She loved karate. We went every day. She only learned like one thing. We went for like 5 years. First day of class, you know, the first day that I went, she was already going for 2 years. And that's when I'm like, maybe I'll go to the karate class. So I go to the class and I'm like, where's the coach? You know, and he's behind me. He goes, it's sensei. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's this? He's like, it's not coach, it's sensei. I'm like, we're the same age. I'm not calling you sensei. It's weird. Yeah. I'd be like calling you sir. Yes, sir. Fuck that. You teach kids how to punch. He's like, yeah, but I'm a 5th-degree black belt. Look at all the things on the wall. I'm like, oh, that's true. It's the one coach that could fuck you up. I should have put my daughter in softball. I could fuck up any softball coach. Yeah. With my words and with my fists. Yeah. I could fuck up any dad who coaches softball. I think. So she's in karate. The sensei. See him in Target on an off day. See him in Target. I thought somebody was sleeping. I seen this guy in Target. He wasn't shopping. Fucking worked there. I go, yo, coach. He's like, it's sensei. I'm like, not here, motherfucker. I just watched you fucking stock the bananas. From now on, you're Target John. Target John. You're not gonna do nothing to me here. I know that. This is the land of the free, Target. You can do whatever you want. I steal every day from Target. Every day. Yeah. Most of the time. Most of the time, I'm stealing. Yeah. I'm like, you're Target John now. He's like, don't tell anybody at the school. I'm like, I won't. This is our secret. It's Target John, right? The next day, karate school. He's like, I want to put your daughter in the big competition in Edison, New Jersey. I'm like, you think she's ready? We both look over at her. She's biting her nails. I'm like, I guess so. Yeah. So now she's in this big competition, my daughter. She's little. She was chubby at the time. Right? We walk in, nothing but fighters. Fighters. There were 7-year-olds with no fucking ears. Yeah. 7-year-olds, just like this. I'm like, damn. My daughter had to go there early, so we didn't go with her. So I seen my daughter getting ready to fight the girl she's gonna fight. So you see my daughter sitting there, and about 5 feet behind her is the girl that she's about to fight. She had 7 cornrow braids. 3 of them were pink, every other one. My daughter's sitting there like this on her phone. She sees me, she goes, Daddy, McDonald's after? I'm like, yeah, McDonald's. That's my daughter, the one asking for McDonald's. The girl she's about to fight, I swear to God, she's like this. There's a guy massaging her, she's getting water fed to her. My daughter's like, I can get extra fries? I'm like, you get extra fries? Yeah. That's my daughter. That one's mine, the chubby one sitting down. The fight lasted 7 seconds. 7 seconds the fight lasted. This girl had her in a throat lock. My daughter couldn't even tap out because the girl was using one leg to block both arms. So my daughter was like this. I had to go tap her out. And then we got fucking McDonald's. Then we got McDonald's. And we ate like kings, baby. We ate like kings. Oh yeah, I had a number 2 plain with just cheese with extra ketchup. That's my order. That's my order. My daughter thought she lost because she didn't have cornrow braids. She's like, Dad, you know why I didn't win the fight? I'm like, why? She's like, I didn't have my hair done. I'm like, no. That's not it. It's the inactivity. Yeah. So, Dad, she had braces at the time. She goes, Dad, can I get the cornrows for the next fight? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I bought her to get cornrow braids. My wife goes, don't do it. I'm like, I'm doing it behind your back. Like when Archie Bunker baptized his grandkid, that's what I did. Very obscure reference. I'm glad some of yous got it. You know? So I took her. I bring her to the salon. We walk in. I made the reservation like earlier that week. I walk in, the 3 girls behind the counter are like, there he is, number 1 dad. And I'm like, fucking right. You know, I sit down, they're like, oh, I'm making jokes. I was fucking killing in this place. The girls were like, oh my God, he's so funny. And my daughter's like, yeah, actually, he does stand-up comedy. And they're like, oh, we're gonna come. I'm like, you can come to my show? You know, you guys wanna come? I'm married, oh, sorry. You know, they were into me. I thought, they were like, oh my God, you're so funny. I'm like, I know, but married, I'm sorry. What are you gonna do? You can't have everyone, you know? While she's getting her hair done, I asked the girls if it was all right if I went to run an errand, you know? So I went to the store for like 20 minutes. I come back, my daughter's done with the haircut. And I walk in, and the girls give me my daughter. We leave, we're in the car, and my daughter looks at me and goes, Dad, you like my hair? I'm like, you're gonna fuck this girl up this shit. She goes, those girls are talking about you the whole time when you were gone. I'm like, I know. She's like, can I curse? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I want to tell you what they were saying. I'm like, yeah, tell me, please. I want to know. She goes, but we can't tell Mommy. No, I agree. Don't tell Mommy. Don't tell Mommy. Just let me know. You know what I mean? Still got it. I was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it the whole time. And she goes, all right, here it goes. Nothing. While you were gone, the girl that was doing my hair was talking to the other one, and they didn't think that I can hear them, but I was able to hear them. I'm like, lay it on me. She goes, yeah, the one was saying, what kind of dad leaves his daughter in a salon and goes to the Dollar Tree to run errands? What a piece of shit. I can say shit. I'm like, yeah. All right, that's it. He's like, no, there's more. I'm like, you don't gotta tell me the rest. She goes, no, there's more. The one was like, he was probably shopping in the frozen section. That's how dirty he looked. I'm like, what the fuck? You know? I thought I still had it for a second, but I had nothing. And the worst part was I had frozen pizza from the Dollar Tree in the back seat. I went to the frozen section. Yeah. $5, 6 pizzas. I stole one. I gotta steal one. I always steal one. It's my thing. It's one of my things. Gotta take one for you, and then whatever you gotta do. You know? All right, that's, yeah. My daughter got the braces, and one of the pieces came off. All right? And before she was getting the braces, my wife goes, she was worried that they were gonna hurt. And my wife goes, ask Daddy. He had braces when he was little. I didn't have braces. So here's my daughter. She's like, Daddy, is it gonna hurt? And I'm like, no, it'll hurt for a day. I was just guessing. I'm like, it's gonna be fine. And my daughter goes, you had braces, Daddy? I'm like, I did. And my wife's like, Daddy had braces. And I'm like, I did. And she looked at my wife and goes, oh my God, so they might not even fucking work? I'm like, whoa. And she's like, I don't even really need them. I'm like, oh, you need them, dude. Your teeth are like this. You need them. Didn't work. So she gets them. She's in pain. I'm like, good. And one day, one of the brackets came off. So I had to take it to the dentist. So my wife gives me the bracket. She goes, hold on to this bracket. They're going to re-put it on. And I go, I'm not holding on to this fucking thing. And I put it on the counter. I'm like, they'll just put a new piece on. My wife finds it on the counter, goes, what? I told you to hold on to this. I'm like, they'll just put a new piece on. I don't need to carry that around for a month. She goes, oh, they're going to use it. I'm like, they won't even use that if I gave it to them. They'll laugh at me. My wife goes, how much you want to bet that they'll use this piece? I'm like, you want to make a bet? She's like, yeah. I'm like, blowjob. She goes, deal. I'm like, yes. You know? So it's the day of the dentist, and I forgot about this piece. And I'm like, I bring my daughter to the dentist. I'm sitting there watching her get it done. And the dentist is going to town. And she starts getting out the new metal. And my daughter goes in a pocket. And she's like, excuse me, doctor, hold on 1 second. My mommy said to use this. I'm like, this bitch! Come on! And the dentist goes, what's this, honey? And she looks at me and she goes, Mommy was very adamant that we use this old piece. I'm like, fuck! So the dentist goes, Mr. Kurschner, use this? I'm like, no, just use a new piece. Just use the new. She goes, I can use this. I'm like, no, just use a new piece. And my daughter's like, old piece. Mommy said old piece. I go, just use a new one. The dentist goes, well, it's not covered under insurance. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what's covered. Use the new piece. So she used the new piece. Yeah. So I paid $57.93 for a blowjob for my own wife. Yeah. It's not that expensive. If you look around, they're like $300 each usually. Yeah, that's what I paid. That was my going rate. I was hoping a lot more pieces fell off, you know? Yeah. I hate having to do anything father-wise. I wanna do it, but my wife said, can you bring her to school? I'm like, I'm sick. And then 5 minutes later, I'm leaving the house. I haven't brought her to school yet this year, but I brought her for the first time this year on Wednesday. I bring my daughter to school. I pick her up from school, I'm sorry. My wife drops her off, I pick her up. I get to the school, and the bell rings. All the kids come out, and I'm waiting in my car, and I don't see my daughter. And I go, where the fuck is my daughter? I call my wife. I'm like, did you already get her? My wife's like, no, you're getting her. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I don't see her. She goes, what school are you at? I'm like, I'm at the Lloyd Road Elementary School. She goes, she hasn't went there in 2 years. You're a piece of shit. I'm like, what? Where do I go? Where's the one now? There's a new one? She's like, yes, there's a new school. She gives me the address, and I go to the new school. And there she is. She's fucking out there. My daughter's outside like this, holding the hands of the teacher like this. Fuck. Where were you? You know? And I walk up towards my daughter, waiting for her to run towards me, and she doesn't. I get up to her, and I say to her, I go, this is Emma's dad. And then the girl next to the girl holding my daughter's hand said something. And I'm like, who are you? Where's the teacher? She's like, I'm the teacher. I'm like, wow. Holy shit. What an upgrade from when I was little. Did I see you on TikTok? She's like, oh, I got TikTok. I'm like, nice. You're the teacher all the time now? She's like, yeah, I love Emma. I'm like, so do I. We have something in common, you know? Yo, when I was little, all my teachers had visible psoriasis. Yeah, they were gross. I had one teacher that died mid-year of natural causes. That's how old they were. Yeah. This teacher, Instagram model. I only know it because I searched her name forwards, backwards. I found it. Yeah. Her name is Susan, but I put in Nizens. That's what they do. They do it backwards. Yeah, so I'm like, can I get Emma? And the teacher's like, I'd love to give you your daughter, if this is your daughter, but I need the CID. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, that's what we do. If we never met the parent, we need ID. I was like, I don't have it with me. She goes, well, you're going to have to go get it. My daughter's like, yeah, go get it. I guess I got to wait longer. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. I go home to get ID. I come back. Yo, this is a 45-minute ordeal. Yo, there were people walking by going, yo, Mr. Kurschner, how are you? I'm like, yeah, tell this teacher that I'm Mr. Kurschner. She's like, not good enough. I go get ID. I come back. It's like 45 minutes later. My daughter's still out there like this, you know. And I go up to the teacher. I give her the ID. And she's looking at it. And she looks at me. And I could tell she's like, oh, man, you aged so bad. What the fuck happened to you? She hands it back. She goes, nice to meet you, Mr. Kurschner, but be on time next time. My daughter's like, yeah, tell him. Right. And we're leaving. Me and my daughter, we leave. We get in the car. And that didn't bother me that much. The security's good in the school. I like that. That's why I moved to that town, because of the security of the schools. Here's what bothered me. 45 minutes. Yo, not once did my daughter say, that's him. Yo, not once was my daughter like, that's my father. Not even once. Not even once. She wasn't even like, I'm good, I'm safe. I think she was saying to herself, oh shit, this teacher's onto something. He don't look like me. It's probably not my dad. Let me hold on to this teacher's hand. That's it, guys. I'm Kursh. Thank you so much for coming out. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. All that shit. Thank you so much. I love yous. Thank you. Come out some more.
I feel like dirt stuck on your skin. You don't want me there no more. You tried to wash me off and say good riddance. I dissolve, broken down to smaller pieces than I was when I was with you. Like rain bouncing off your umbrella. You don't wanna bask in all my glory today, but maybe one day when you're in the desert, tired and hopeless, you'll take a second and pray for me. You can't make it stop. Gonna make it stop.
Come on, John, it ain't even funny. John, it's not funny. My car stopped automatically because I got a brand new Ford Escape.
Whoa.
That's what I want John to have.
Whoa.
I want John to get the Ford Escape. You know, the car that stops. So if you go to the side, the big red light comes on over there.
What?
I was in car accidents when I was a kid a lot. My friends.